Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Bashem Rachakodash. My name is Jacobo from Plaintables Camp. And this article here, which I knew nothing about this, which it makes sense. So I would have to dig more into it. But I immediately thought of the Second Ezra 15. It says Hussein Kanani, the former head of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard troops, made the accusation in an exclusive interview with RT. Saudi Arabia possesses nuclear weapons, and the United States is fully aware of it. Hussein uh, Kanani, the former commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, says citing intelligence, Saudi Arabia at the time they have a nuclear bomb and activities. The United States know very well. When asked for clarification, he confirmed, yes, that's right. Right now, adding that both right, Israel and the U.S. are fully aware, right? So yeah, the Israelis and in Saudi Arabia, they work together on certain, like the technology, the Pegasus software. Yeah, Israelis gave Arabia that technology. So yeah, they work together, and they're enemies on different fronts. And so where we at? We were at. Yeah, it's pretty. And this is the video here. I don't know what's the timestamp on there, but well, let's read down to the last one. Iran remains that maintains that its nuclear program is peaceful after the U.S. withdrew from the 2015 nuclear deal and imposed sanctions. Tehran gradually scaled back compliance and increased uranium enrichment to 60% purity. So because of that, they're saying, oh, well, they're probably building a nuclear weapon, so we got to go bomb them. So I immediately thought of 30 and 31, well, 29, 30, 31. So now it doesn't say nuclear weapons, but whatever they're going to use to waste a portion of Assyria, I would think would be significant. So we have to wait and see. It says 29, well, 28. It says Second Ezra 6 is 15 and 28. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots. Is the third world's war, and and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth. That all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians, this is when you look it up, it means southern Iran today. Uh, Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them. So as it appears here is that Arabs and the Persians are going to get together. All right. You're reading the same thing I'm reading. All right. Also, the Carmanians, this is Iran, raging in wrath, shall go forth, and we can see why they will be raging in wrath because of the passing the things that have been done to them by the United States and Israelis. Shall go forth as the wild boar of the wood, and with great power. So, what is that great power? They shall come and join battle with them. All right, with them. I believe here is Arabia, and shall waste a portion of the land of Assyria, of the Assyrians. That's America. That's not north of Iran. All right, where I believe ancient Assyria would be. This is referring to America. All right. So now the Assyrians, the Third World War is going to be fought over there in the desert. So it could be referring to the Third World War, the Assyrians, which are the Americans, different forces that are going to be fighting in World War III over there in the East, so-called Middle East. All right. Now it says, shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. All right. So that gives me more so to believe that's referring to, the landmass of the United States, America, which is Babylon, Assyria, New Egypt, Sodom. All right. Let's read a little bit more. Also, the Carmanians raging in wrath. Oh, we already read that. It says, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them, and their hosts shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. And it says again, 33rd verse, and from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them. All right. And consume some of them, and in their hosts shall be feared and dread and strife among their kings. Yeah, so United States, America, Babylon, New Assyria has attacked Iran multiple times, assassinated some of their military leaders, uh, people of high rank in Iran that organize for them. But they always have proteges and second, third, fourth, fifth in command that have the knowledge and experience to organize. You know, that's how you become a great nation: resources and organization, cohesion. So they think by taking out certain members of the regime, as they call it, then that would slow down and weaken, and so they have to reorganize again. So they're trying to break cohesion of the people to make them weaker and slower, so they can oppress them. So Esau can put forth his plan. You know, so definitely Iran, Arabia. So they got they got something up their sleeve. Where are we at? I think right here. Something up their sleeve, and it may be nuclear, but we'll see how the portion of Assyria is going to be wasted by the dragons of Arabia and Carmanians, which is Iran. All right. It says, so all these have nukes, ex-Iranian commander. So we'll see. Hope you're edified. Shalom. Well, hold on. When you go to Joel 2 and 20, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, that's America, Babylon, and I will drive them into the land barren and desolate, that's Arabia, over there in the desert, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up because he hath done great things. All right, meaning that they all gonna, everybody in the east are gonna be put to death by, they're gonna be, killing each other, and the chariots are gonna come down and burn all of them up completely. So back down a little bit. So let me read that again. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive them into the land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things. So whether they got missiles or not, yeah, you know, this precept is going to speak with the Arabs, all right, which means mix. Some could be from Ishmael, some could be from Midian, and you got the Persians, and they all got Edomites mixed in their genealogy. As you can see, the royal family on both sides got some East look like some Edomites up in there. All right, Edomite mothers. All right. or they could be transplants. Could be placed there. All right, for Esau. Esau, he's always up to demonic tricks and witchcraft and sorcery. All right. Yeah, so the Carmanians are the Iran and Arabia, Saudi Arabia, and the different powers over there of the Arabs. All right, they're going to get together, and it says here, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. All right, so I'll wait and see what powers they're holding. All right, so hope you're edified. Shalom.